Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Lone Survivor. Today we're going to resume making our way to Chie's apartment. First, by going back through the mirror. The mirrors will not take us anywhere in the apartment complex. You won't get a list to choose from, but they will transport you between your apartment and the last mirror that you went through. And we did all of that hellish tunnel crawling last time just to get around to the other side of this guy. The other door that we didn't try when we came into that hall was jammed. And now we get a reminder about creeping around. I really like the design of the Thin Men. Naked, faceless, slender, long, like sinewy, spindly limbs. That's always been one of the most off-putting design elements. Like instant body horror for me. Their original design was skeletal and kind of zombie-like. I find these way more unnerving, so I'm glad they were changed. This diary page reads, "I only come out at night." That's simple common sense. They're more docile, and there's less of them about. I found if I pop them right in the head with my Colt, they fall to the floor like sacks of skinny jelly. Other thing I noticed is, once they get up in your grill, it's best to shoot them in the legs, so they back off a bit. Satisfying, too. Name at the bottom is, of course, Draco. All of that's lovely practical advice right up until he reveals he gets a little bit of satisfaction out of it. And in the courtyard here, this ominous red marked door with the eerie purple glow, we can see from the map, is where we're trying to get to. It's Chie's apartment. But let's go further down the hall first, because we find a green pill. Green medicine's always useful for us. This is a blockage, so kind of bisects this courtyard. And we got some blue medicine too, that's new. Looks like a bomb site. Ooh, what's this inviting sight? I can hear one of those things just through here. But also, for some reason, there's a butcher's hook hanging in front of the door. Implications here. The lock's broken. There's no overt gore or violence going on there, but it's unsettling nonetheless. And, look at this little subversion of expectations. It's pristine and well lit. We don't want to go in that cupboard because mothballs. Bedside table smells of perfume, so I'm also not going to look in there. Really respectful of people's belongings. Just books and a few papers inside. And a doll. We will absolutely steal that. Yeah, weird old doll. What's up with that? It's a dusty purple old thing. Gives me the creeps, so we're gonna bring it with us, of course. And we never looked at the cat plushie. We can talk to it. Such a cute kitty. And a couple of coat hangers. Don't need anything from the bathroom. Talking to the plush kitty improves your mental health a little bit. It's the New York skyline. Oh, and we're starving. So, I believe we still have some prawn crackers on us from last time. It's really important to be attentive to your narration because it indicates how you're currently doing. Oh, and look, we're not the lone survivor. If you go too long without eating or if you overexhaust yourself, it's not good. So, you think it's safe to party here, Benzito? I feel pretty safe. There's monsters out there. How can you just sit here and eat pizza and drink martinis? Hideous creatures. Let's relax for a minute, shall we? I'm trying to save you. I'm quite safe, I assure you. Benzito was your name, wasn't it? There's nothing wrong with your memory. I think you should go home to your parents now. I don't think this is helping. Ha ha ha. But you won't be laughing soon. They'll get in here, you'll see. Party always needs guests, little man. Won't be a party otherwise. You're gonna die. We've been through this. How long has this been going on? I need to know what's going on. Talk to me, please. We really need to calm down here. Can't be doing you any good to worry yourself like this. It's not safe at all. Chie over there hosts the best parties. You should just relax and try to enjoy it. I don't have time to party. Didn't you hear anything I said? Don't you realize the trouble you're in? There's nothing to worry about, is there, Chie? Nothing whatsoever. See? Nothing to worry about. Please, remain calm, brother. I wish you'd listen to me. What about this dude? This is Kenny, with Homer Simpson beard. Why are you just sitting around? At a time like this? Lovely party, isn't it? Kinda giving them the same voice. Said, lovely party, my man. You're insane, there's monsters out there. Didn't you notice what's happened to the world? Nothing apart from the usual crap. Can you please snap out of it? Stop killing my buzz, man. I'm trying to help you. I'm warning you, there's things out there. Bad things all over the place. Well, everyone knows that, man. Tell me something I don't know. I think you're stressing about it too much. I need to tell you something. I'm having the time of my life. I wish I could just stay here. Feel safe, but I need to survive somehow. Just get into the music, brother. Simmer on down, you dig? I don't know what you mean. I don't dig. So, what's wrong with y'all? Having a hell of a time? Yep, no. This town is full of monsters. How can you just sit there and sip martinis, etc.? It's out of this world. What about Chie? Maybe she's a little bit more normal. Hi. Did you bring her doll? I want to talk about that. Talk about what? Till you show me you can even hold it, let alone talk about it. I got nothing else to say to you. Okay. It's a little weird, but luckily we did pick the doll up, so we're gonna give it to Chie. Thanks. I know it must have been hard for you. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I have what you asked for. Meet me outside when you're ready. And we're gonna meet her outside via that fire escape that can be a little bit hard to notice. So everything about this scene is so ethereal and dreamlike. It's also really evocative of that stilted Twin Peaks style, where everyone feels kind of disconnected from reality. You can see devastation from miles around. What happened here? How did this disease begin to spread? Makes me sick. And the music back in the room is super Lynchian. It's like understated, rhythmic, kind of hypnotic. There's light cymbal taps, too. Really reminds me of Twin Peaks. Yeah, she's not one to judge us for the gun that apparently we made a deal with her for. And she does realize that we need the protection. I feel a little safer now that we have the gun. So, you ready the gun with C, and you aim it down at the legs towards the torso with nothing, or up towards the head. So while you're aiming the gun, you kind of plant your feet. You can shuffle a little bit. It's wildly more efficient to stand still, aim up, wait for them to get into close range, and shoot them in the head. Ammo is extremely, extremely limited. So making every bullet count is kind of important like that. It's, it feels very Resident Evil, like the old school Resident Evils, where you just had a couple of fixed positions to aim at. And you generally wanted to, like, plant your feet and aim upwards and wait for something to get close so you could get a clean headshot. But it's also a little bit funky and not entirely intuitive to do it like this, so that you have to, so that you don't have, like, built-in muscle memory for how to handle the gun in this game. So you sort of, it's designed intentionally clunky, kind of in the vein of a Silent Hill, so you fumble with the controls, and it kind of, even when you're defending yourself, it induces panic. And luckily, we find some beef jerky just outside the apartment. Nice. This door we can now go through. It has a key for 206. Some uncomfortable imagery over here to the left, and a mirror back to the back to your apartment. So we have to get all the way to the opposite end of the apartment complex now, using the mirror, because of course 206 is where we're staying. But there's one or two more things that we can do before heading back, if I'm quick about it. I'm losing it here. His narration will become increasingly desperate and increasingly frequent as you become more and more exhausted. Oh, Thin Man. This is our first non-tutorial one. We did take a little bit of damage, which won't be too much of a problem coming up. We want to avoid killing as much as possible. It's another goddamn hole. I'll be damned. Well, this lock is broken, so we can't get through. We're just going through holes and through holes and through holes. Oh, all on Z again. Oh, this room! Heads pounding. It's a Dark Descent message. Well, we could stock up on meat chunks. I think we only used one, so we'll go back up to 6. And there's a tarp of flesh covering another hole, but we have no way to cut it open and proceed through yet another hole, so we're going to mark it on the map and be back later. That alone was worth coming in here for. That little tin of beans. So some activities will benefit or detriment your mental health. Killing is a detriment to it, so do it sparingly, if at all. Usually, as we found out before, you can find a way around having to kill something. Eating well-cooked food is a boon to your mental health. But then again, you can also eat some of that rotten meat, and that will degrade it. Oops, wrong door. And this was back to the room with the dirty futon. Here we go. So, despite kind of staying out past the point of exhaustion a little bit, we're still doing fine. I need to eat something. Couldn't quite make it back to bed. Luckily, we have that beef jerky that we picked up. And we still have a tin of beans. Salty, but solid. And before we go to bed, we're going to take another green pill. Because of course we will. Makes us drowsy. Plus, remember what the green pills do. They make us dream of the box man. Did you figure it out yet? Why choose to wear a box? Occasionally, the man who wears a box will ask you questions. There is a technically correct answer for each question if you want to ascertain a certain ending. And yeah, using the box to hide, it's not as stupid an answer as it sounds. Also, he's really helpful. Think you need a helping hand? I wouldn't spend too long creeping around. Usually he will give you a supply or two. Usually whatever you're running lowest on. So in this case, let's see what we got from him. Looks like we maybe got an extra battery. I don't think we got extra ammo. I wish he would have given us food, but I'm not all that broken up about it since we have the tin of beans. That's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll continue to explore the apartment next time. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.